Now I'm gonna be looking down here because also I can see some of the this is a live stream, okay? And
Okay.
people are gonna talk to y'all. They can type to y'all live, and I can just and I'm using my phone to kind of see some of the messages. So
Okay.
all right, LDBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, I got Roberta, Crusher, Samad, and also her husband Evan Samad. Okay, they're here live. And guys, I got to stop being a fan long enough to interview this woman. I just got to. Okay. All right. So Roberta, I can your last fight was in 2015,
Yeah.
and that's because you gave birth, right?
Yeah. It's a long time ago. It's in a Bellator against with Julia Budd. She's actually the champion right now. And after that fight, and I got pregnant, so I need to stop the training a little bit and focus more in my pregnancy and everything. But now I'm back and I'm excited, and I don't stop the training right after my daughter's born. So I started training a lot, and I'm excited for show what I love to do.
Now let me ask you, okay? When you fought Julia Budd, because I watched that fight 3 times already. Were you shocked that the judges gave her every damn? Excuse me. Were you shocked that they gave her every single round?
No, like I'm mad because she has a that born game. She just put in a cage and smash, smash. She don't do takedowns. She don't make a ground and pound, nothing. She just her game is like just smashing in a cage, just that. But I'm not surprised that she wants. I just like be mad again. I know ready for that, and I think about when I go to the fight, I'm ready for some. Like a hard fight and a lot of striking or ground and pound submission. I'm ready for that, but she's smart. She uses the rules and she being used a good strategy and strategy about that. Smash.
Okay. All right. Now, and I take it you guys are going through a bad spot. I know you guys are because the phone is cutting in and out, but that's okay. I kind of got what you said. Okay, you said that she was using a lot of her technique and just going by the rules, and you was expecting her to engage you.
Yes. Yeah, he used the cage for like just put pressure in the cage. She showed a lot of control. She put me in cage and I can get out of here. Sometimes I change a position, but she go back and hugs. I feel like a little bit frustrated because I want to do more than that, but I'm happy. She can do nothing with me. So I mean her fight the 3 rounds and little born a fight because I want to do more, and she just hug me. So just I'm ready for next time.
Did you feel the love that she was hugging you? I mean, did you feel loved?
almost, almost,
Okay. See.
almost like loving her after fight.
Okay. Now you got some people in the live comment stream as I'm watching here. I am paying attention to you, and I'm gonna throw some questions out of my man Evan over there too. But they're telling you, hey, they want to know where you from. Guys, you guys can ask away as well, and I'll entertain all the questions.
And
Um,
rack up those points. Like
okay.
look at Khabib. He's crushing people, and he's got that sensor game. Granted, he does a whole lot more ground and pound,
Hmm.
but that's a large legitimate part of the game nowadays is the hugging game.
Yeah. Okay. So in your next fight, because I know you've been calling out. Matter of fact, you done called out a couple of people. Okay, but you definitely been on Julia Budd's behind.
Yeah.
How is the second fight gonna play out when you guys fight again?
Yeah, I'm hoping we can fight again. We'll see. I don't know yet, but I still working this. But my strategy is now is a lot. When we start stand up, I don't want to make she hug me. I don't want to let him put me in a cage. So I want to work my feet
and keep it stand up little more because the last fight in the second round, me and her when I punch her a little bit in the face, she goes straight like scary and push me on the cage and try keeping me in the cage all the
Yeah.
time. Yes,
Yeah.
and until if you see one of the rounds is finished, her husband uh slapped slapped
Yeah.
her in the face.
What did you think about him slapping the hell out of her?
Thank you. That's so like like that's so gross. So just like disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, he slapped the yellow off her teeth. I'm talking about,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
he slapped the hell
He
out of
did
her.
two taps in her face, like, pow, 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 what are you doing? And, like, I think this is just like, that's not good for people watching.
Nah, yeah, and I don't think I think the announcers that was calling the fight, one of the guys, he didn't like it, and he kept going back to it. He just said, I'm surprised at what I saw. I can understand if she was a man. Men can
Yeah.
probably take that. Even God, Chris Cyborg's trainer, Jason
Even
Perillo, he
her
does the
husband,
same thing, and I don't like it either. Like he'll
yeah.
laugh and go, "Hey, Chris," and and
Well,
then
hey,
Yeah.
and then they start laughing about it. I'm like, damn, no, 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 no. We can't be slapping a woman. Can't be slapping
well,
her.
coming from just the fighter's perspective, not thinking of so much like male and female, but who was it? Well, I believe it was Forrest Griffin who did an interview. He doesn't even wake up until he gets hit the first shot. Like some of us gotta wake up even after they say okay fight. You still get that first hit. So I think it might have been a strategy thing, like hey, wake up because you gotta go.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
I
Wow.
understand, but I
Wow.
still don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like because she already just got tagged by you. You were beating up at the end of the round, and then as soon as
Yeah.
she sit down, I mean she gets slapped again. Like what the God dog? Like
Yeah.
damn. What? I don't know. It shocked me, but it still didn't do any help. It didn't help her. Now you know what? I thought at the end of the second round, I thought you won round two. That's why I asked you. They gave like somebody had it 30-26, 30-27, 30-27, and I
Mhm.
sat there and I'm like, come on now, come on. You did some good work in the second round. I can see if she won, but like don't make it seem like you didn't do any good work in that fight. That's my whole gripe about that.
Yeah, she like have a control all the rounds, and the second one I have a little bit. I let me free, and I start punching her, and she's like scary. That's the time when after that his coach punch her in the face. But
Yeah.
I think in that part, probably I have a little bit like como é que é melhora? Like
Better. Like,
yeah, little bit better than her in the last minutes, but she's still in the control and around. Like
Mm.
they see, or sometimes the judges see for the whole fight is not just one round. Like
Okay. Okay. Definitely. Now I'm gonna tell you this. You called out Arlene Blenko. You didn't call out. You just said Arlene Blenko is the weakest in the division. Now, now listen. You got to explain that to me.
que é, mano?
quando tu falou que o Arlene lixou.
Yeah. Yes. No, this is a long story because when I fight with the Julia Budge that day, I watch Arlena fight in the same card, and I remember talk with my coach. He say, she is your division too, and I say, she's my division. She looks like so much. Um, no, little more like her. Because she's a little, she's is not tall, and I look at her. She don't looks my division, so I think she is a 135. Like she, in my mind, I think she's a bantamweight. So and he no, she's a featherweight. She's your division, so I'm surprised a little bit. And that fight, I know saw her fight good. Like I saw, that fight is kind of the both girls is not too technical, whatever. So I just como é que falei dela? So
Talking about her.
yeah, just talking about her.
Yep.
I just talking about her about that just because in that moment and Bellator, for me, she is the most like a little danger for me, like because I look at her fight that.
Okay. Okay. So so basically, you're saying that if you had to fight Arlene Blenko, you would go in
Yeah,
there and you would beat Arlene Blenko. That's what you're telling the world, right?
yeah, it's because we need the promoter the fight, and she is a good I think she's a number 3 right now.
Yep.
So yeah, I try fight with her because no because I saw she's not good. It's just because I think she is a high level, and I think I believe I can be like better than her. I will I am more better than her, so I just need to fight with her for proof that.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Well, it's only one way to prove it. Y'all get in there and y'all mix it up and y'all get
Yes.
in there and bang it out. Okay, Evan, I want to ask you a question, man. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Your wife, okay?
Yeah.
How do you think your wife matches up against Arlene Blenko? Let's say if Bellator and Scott Coker, kind of decide like, hey, I want you to take this fight against Arlene before we get a title shot. And what's up, young Samad? Hey, stay in school. Stay in school, young girl. That's what you got to do. Stay in school.
Yeah, keep. I can still hear you.
Okay. So, how do you think your wife matches up against Arlene Blenko?
I mean, honestly, I'm not. Yeah, so Arlene's a lot more with the hands, a lot of brawling, and one thing, just and not I shouldn't say brawling, but she's more of a striker. And Birdie's got her ground. I'm sorry, Roberta, the wife's got the ground game, with the black belt and everything. But one thing that was like blatantly apparent to us when to me and my team when we came back and she came back up here to meet up with me from Brazil was just her power when she hits you. It feels like a dude's hitting you. Like if she hits you full force, you're not getting hit by a chick. It's not one of those things like, oh, okay, yeah, like she'll still knock you clean out. And I mean, you said you watched the Julia Budd fight 3 times. There was a reason Julia was backing up and keeping her on the cage. She wasn't another one of these other girls that you could do some novice stuff and get away with. Like you'll get smacked real hard. So that was a big thing for her. But then ever since she's been back, and she went back to Brazil for a short period, and um, her old coach down there was like, "What happened? Like before." She was getting told like, okay, we just want you to, swing for the fences and try to get a knockout. Now she's using that boxing footwork, that head motion, getting the
Yeah.
little details and the technique in there. She's way.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. It's frozen. It's going to come back. I know it is. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. All right, guys. And they're doing this from their car. Okay, so I need y'all to understand. They're doing this interview from their car, so it's definitely a little bit tougher. It's a little bit tougher for them. They are, yeah, they should be returning back soon. Okay, we will eliminate the window capture for a minute, and they will return, guys. They'll return. Okay. We got Roberta Crusher Samad and Evan Samad, her husband. Um, the lights just went out. The lights just went out. But the lights will come back on in this interview. And they driving, guys. It's not this time. It's not an issue with my internet. Is that they're on the road and they just got back from training, and you can tell they got the kid, and they're family. They doing family stuff. Um, they'll be back in, and I'm going to contact them again, and we're gonna get it. Let me see. Yeah, man, I've been waiting on this interview, man. We set this thing up quick too. But thing of it is, hold on, and I'm asking them now, did they lose signal? Okay. See, guys, and y'all thought it was my internet this time. No, 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 no. But when you're a family, you got stuff to do, man. They been, boy, like she been training her butt off, y'all. She has been training her butt off, and I tell you what, folks, it's no joke. Okay. All right, Roberta, you guys back? Okay. Not yet. They're not back yet. Okay, never had an interview do this though. You know, the interview kind of went out. Yeah. Well, she's hoping to get another fight. A rematch, because that's the only fight she lost. She hadn't been in the game for a minute, and that's them. Okay. Oh, okay. The phone battery just died. Okay. So they're gonna go to her husband's phone. They're gonna come back in the link, and guys, they will be right back with us. Okay. All right. Let's see. And I'm telling them to go to the same link, and they're gonna come back into the chat. Okay. Her phone battery died. Hey, stuff happens, guys. Stuff happens. Stop whining. Haha. Her phone battery died. Like you guys never had a phone battery die on you. It happens, people. That's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. I'm messing with y'all. I'm messing with y'all. But it does happen, okay? It does. Okay. While they're coming back into the stream, y'all, last we can talk. Okay, I was about to get into the 145-pound division. Okay, and probably what I'll do is I will go back and edit the video. And this is live, but I'll go back and edit. Let's see, what time are we on now? Let me see the time. I think they went out at exactly. Oh man, I think they went out. How long we been on here now? Okay, I think they went out at about the 14-minute. Okay, they went out at about the 14-minute, place, and we'll get it. Okay, Rodney is okay. Is she back in Bellator? You know what? I don't know. I think she is. I'll ask her. They're about to come back on. She's gonna come back on and she's gonna explain uh, if she's back at Bellator. I think she is. Okay, I think she is. Cause she only lost, but she got pregnant. So what happened is, she lost to Julia Budd, and then she got pregnant, and so she took 2 years off. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's being said here. Hold on 1 second.
Hey there, Shelton. Sorry about the delay. We'll have this fixed up in a second.
Yep. Okay, guys. Yeah. So they're coming back. They just sent me a text or sent me a voicemail, and they're gonna be back, guys. They're gonna be back. That's right. And 14 of y'all smash that like button, okay? Listen, guys. We're trying to put these 145 pounders, guys. I'm trying to interview as many of these guys as I can, okay? The reason why that I'm doing this, y'all, is that I feel like these featherweights don't have a voice, okay? I feel like the featherweights and the featherweight division, they don't have a voice. And the problem is that they're not being promoted properly. But I thank God for Scott Bellator. I call him Scott Bellator. Scott Coker, okay? Scott Coker, he's trying, okay? He's trying. And you know what, Rodney? When they come back, I will ask that question, man. That's a great question, okay? And what keeps her motivated? Okay, they're going to be back in any minute, guys. They'll be back. But I'll just tell you the reason why. Okay, they're back. I felt led. Okay, let's see. Here we go.
Too lonely, were you?
Man, nah. I was just telling them about the 145-pound division and all of the above, Why the 145-pound division needs support. Why people need to, it just need to happen, okay? All right, guys, we're back. We are back.
Nice.
Okay, we're back. They made it back, guys. Probably some troll knocked the camera off. Who knows? We don't know.
Yeah.
We got these guys everywhere. Okay, so we got some good questions, and everybody hung around, Roberta. That you and Evan, they hung around because they want to hear from y'all, and that's just how it is, okay? All right. So this person asked you, okay? Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to find him. I'm sorry. Hot diggity dog. Somebody asked a good question, and I'm trying to. Okay. All right. T.C. Johnson said Arlene Blenko, she's no walkthrough in the park. I've seen Arlene fight a few times. She got some good hands. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you this. Rodney P., you asked a good question. I can't find it, man. Okay, Rodney, do me a favor, man. Re-put your question back on the screen, and then we'll read it to Roberta. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll read it. All right, so now now your pregnancy is out the way, and you got your healthy baby girl, and now you're back in training. Okay. Do
Yes.
you have any idea who you're getting ready for?
I have some fight in Florida. I don't know the name of the tournament yet, and I don't know my opponent yet. But I work for about 2 months. I have some fight in Florida here,
Okay.
just for my first fight after some big show like Bellator or I don't know what is it it's coming yet.
So is this like a tune-up fight?
Yeah, it's like my first fight. My just for make me ready for some big tournaments like a Bellator or Rising. They see like okay, but Roberta is back, so she okay. She we can ask for her, or I can ask for the fight if I show for them I'm ready.
Well, I mean, you coming back from the gym at what 10:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody getting ready. Somebody is getting
Yes.
ready, and
Yes.
I thought you looked good in all your fights. Really, I thought, and from your first fight when I saw you fight, God, it was Lila. No, it wasn't Liliana. It was your very first fight. Okay, the very first fight that I saw you in. You
Uh-huh.
know, you actually use a lot of ground game. Use a lot of your ground game. But then
Yeah.
when I saw you fight Julia Budd, okay, I saw your stand up. It's almost like every fight your stand up got better and better from fight to
Yeah.
fight. And
And after when I started living here in the United States, I only work my stand up, like, and I be ready and I work so hard. I train 3 times a day, and I have a really good like gym partners. I have my coaches, and they like always help me with my stand up. And now I feel like I can stand up if I don't need to put it down. I need to just think about okay, my game is just put it down and finish. And now I can think about I want to stand up. If it is a little bit hard for me, and I feel like me and her is the same, so I can think about some takedowns or whatever. Or if I make sure probably that's my strategy. I want to start a stand up, and the girls will feel my hand, and they try putting me down, and that's my game.
okay, so they gonna feel your hands before they put you down. Man,
Yeah,
I love it. So you're not in there playing around. You in there to beat somebody's PG-13 channel. You definitely in there to whoop somebody's behind. Yeah.
yeah. I'm so excited, and I want to make some boxing match too. I
Okay.
work my first boxing match, so I'm happy with that too. My pro fight, and I'm ready for that. I'm so excited, and I want this so much.
Okay, I mean, I believe you. I mean, I think you inspiring everybody. You want it, I want it. Hey, guess what? We just all need to want it because you want it. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
guys, the Crusher is right here. Okay, we got Roberta Crusher Samad right here on the screen, people. Listen, y'all go tell your mom, your dad, your granddaddy. Go tell somebody to get in here and watch this legend, okay? She's going to be a legend in the sport. Guys, watch what I tell you, okay? I want to ask you about the Tough Show. You went to tryouts.
yeah.
Why did they not select you?
I think it's because I'm non fight a long time. I think it's just because that. Because I pass in a trial and I make a really good interview. Some people don't doesn't need like have two friends. They speak Portuguese and they need a translator in a tough. And I don't need translator, so I make my interview really good. About they talking with me about my she speaking very good, and she's strong, she's a big, that would be a really good fight against Chris Cyborg. So I'm excited with that, and they just don't call me, and after I talk with my manager and they think about yeah, I think it's because long time no fight, and you need a fight first for for they see you again, like.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I believe what you're saying, but okay, Zara dos Santos, she didn't get picked. She got a lot of
uh,
experience. Okay,
yes.
Zolia
There's a
Frosto.
lot girls, and I like okay, they probably going to, but they don't
They
pick
didn't pick her.
her. And my mind, I think like it's just stranger because they all girls they go to the house right now. They only fight 135. They never fight 145.
Amen. Hallelujah. I'm glad you the fourth featherweight that I've interviewed. You said you guys have all noticed the exact same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
They're not a lot of legit featherweights on the
no,
show, and that's
yeah,
my whole problem with this thing because there was you. Okay, you're a legit featherweight. Cindy Dandois is a legit
yeah,
featherweight. Zara dos Santos is a legit featherweight. Pam Sorensen is a legit
yeah,
featherweight. But
yep,
none of you guys were selected, and I felt like that that the division is slighted a little bit because they're not picking you guys for various reasons. They're not picking
yeah,
you guys, and I just noticed that. And I look at who they pick. Like you said, you got a lot of bantamweights, a lot of
yeah,
bantamweights, and then you got the young girls, and they going for they going for the looks, and they going for the models. The ones that can
yeah.
smile real great and all this.
And some girls doesn't have any fights, so they never fight pro before.
So then,
So
that whole
yeah,
theory that your manager said it can't be right. Then that can't be right.
yes, I can understand sometimes. I just take off in my head. I focus more in my training, and I want to show my next fight. I want to show I'm ready for the biggest challenge for me, and just that.
And see, Roberta, you're doing something in common that every last one of the veterans that did not get picked for this show, like all of you have a goal, and all of you saying the same thing. I want to fight Chris Cyborg. Like none of
Oh,
you
yeah,
have said, well, that fight makes sense. No, all of you are like, hey, I want to fight Cyborg. But
yeah.
you got a lot of people that won't fight Chris Cyborg. That
Mhm.
won't even think to fight. But I mean, I've interviewed you, Cindy, Pam. I've interviewed. Hey, I can't remember her name. I interviewed her too, and they all wanted to fight Cyborg as the in-game result. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, how would a fight with Cyborg like really define your legacy?
I think that would be perfect because she is the most like danger girl in my division, and she is the top one. And for you, if you wanna be the top, you need to beat the top. You know. So I think that's most like fast you can do if you fight against her. If you go up with division, you are the first, you are the champion. If you and I think about like I can be the champion too, and that's what I want. That's my goal. I want to fight with her, and I want to fight with the best girls.
Well, unfortunately, most of the best girls didn't get picked. Okay, that's just how it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's the truth, man.
that's the honest to God truth. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought that they were gonna pick you. Okay, because when I saw you initially in the lineup, I said, wait a minute, that's Roberta Payne. But at the time you were already Samad. But I remember you
Yeah,
from your fights as Roberta Payne. Okay, that's how I
yeah,
remember you. And guys, if you want to find her fights, her old fights, you gotta type in Roberta Payne, and those fights
yeah,
will come up. If you type in
yeah,
Roberta Samad, they're not gonna come up. Okay, so
yeah.
remember that if you want to find her fights. And see, I told everybody. But
Yeah, that's my marriage name now.
yes, it's Samad now. But when I saw you there, I was like, yeah, you know what? That's good. I mean, there's Roberta Samad. She's gonna get on the show. And then I was upset that a lot of good featherweights are not there. And I'm thinking, okay, we got a lot of featherweights, but you got a lot of people saying that the featherweight division there's not a lot of skill set. I mean, what do you have to say to that when people say that? Oh, there's not a lot of featherweights who are very skilled.
um, I know, like I understand a little bit, but I know I agree. But I think they tell that because it's not a lot girls featherweight. So the most girls is a better way. So they always see like a Ronda Rouse and Misha Tate, like all these big names, and they know that girls more, and now Chris Cyborg coming to the first champion featherweight, and she need a fight with some better way sometimes because she has a much opponent for fight, like, and I understand because it's not a lot. And because if we have a lot girls featherweight, we can do more the girls need of training more and more technical, and like the division just growing. So make you need to be better and better all the time. You know.
Okay. Now I got a quick question for Evan. And Evan, why do you think why do you think that she wasn't selected for the Tough Show?
I mean, like she was saying, they've got their own whole set of reasons that go not only with the fighting game, but along with marketing and, how much money, because it's a business at the end of the day, right? It's not just to see who's going to make the best fight. Of course, that's a large part of it. But another big part of it is, okay, who can we sell the best? So along with that, I think there was a big thing. One of the key things we know for a fact is that coming off with the space off of the pregnancy, and then the last fight that she had was with Julia Budd, and that's a loss. No matter what the circumstances were around that loss, it's an L. So you got those two big things against you, and that's already two check marks that put you behind in the criteria. So, whatever their reasoning was, it's their decision because they got the power, they get to choose. But we just gotta show up next time and look for better opportunities.
Wow. Hey man, that's answered beautifully, man. Like yeah, it really is a business. I agree with that. I concur with that. But what is the business? Is it the business of modeling or is this the business of fighting?
Right.
Because now I'm coming from the fan perspective because I am a fan. I
Mhm.
do interviews, I make videos, but now
Yep.
fans. Okay, I think people could appreciate fighters who quote unquote they look good, but I think fight fans want to see good fights. I think
Oh
fight
yeah.
fans want to see good fights. And I
Yeah.
think that, I think your wife, fighters like Pam, Cindy, Josette, Zolia Frosto, okay,
Mhm.
Elizabeth Phillips, I mean, I think they make some hell of a fights. I think they make some great fights. And
Yeah.
me with the post to the casual fans, that's what we want. We want the
Mhm.
fights, And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking at the people who they're selecting. Okay, it's an opportunity, and I know they wouldn't turn that down. But I thought this was supposed to be a featherweight division, because
Right.
you got the top women's draw in MMA right now, Chris Cyborg. So why not put women in that division to fight the top draw, to make more
Mhm.
draws and to carry on the legacy? See, that's I'm thinking
Right.
that in my mind. If it's a money thing, it's a
Right.
business, and they can sell pay-per-views with Chris Cyborg. Hey,
Right.
why not? Why not have your wife in there? And then maybe she work her way up to a title shot, and then she's on pay per view, and then oh wait a minute, now your wife is on pay per view with Chris Cyborg, and now she's becoming well known. And see, man, that's it. See, I'm thinking like this because I'm a fan of pugilism.
Right. Well, and I mean, well, help me out. Pugilism. Going outside of my
Oh, sorry,
vocab
man,
skill
just
here.
a fan of all combat sports.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and along with that, I concur with you 100% as far as it would be awesome to see those great fights, but think about how long they always draw things out. Like how long did McGregor Mayweather take? And not even that like that's one of the best fights that's ever happened.
Yeah.
But think about any time they're building something up, they don't dish that out immediately. They wait, they savor it. They say, okay, she's still been training hard all this time. She still wants it. She's still hungry. Okay, now we got a space open. Let's go ahead and do that. It's not necessarily what we want that happens immediately. It's always going to be, what. Yeah, it's all this preparation, the game plan. I was just watching a video with it was one of them Joe Rogan interviews, and they were talking
Joe
about
Rogan.
yeah, right. My man, dude, I love that guy. But he's been where one of his guests on his show was speculating that maybe Connor Tyrone Woodley might come up, and then no one's ever been thinking about that. But then they're going through showing some facts how Connor's like swelling up on the camera and starting little beef, and they're dropping hints, planting seeds, and things like that. It's all that marketing game that goes along with it, and we want to see those awesome, amazing fights. but there's always something that holds it back, whether it's an accident and like training or sickness, illness, weight cuts, things like that, all those little things that come into effect, or whether it's really just like, well, it's not the time for that. That's not the best in the career right now, or whether it's good for the business and they've just got so much opportunity. But like I said before, really, I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that they're trying to see. I mean, from their perspective, they also want to put on great fights. Not throwing them down at all, saying they're skipping all the great fighters, but saying that they're looking for a specific type of new, young, and hungry, as opposed to like, okay, well we've seen you before. We want to try this new one out, and then okay, the new one gets up one, so let's bring Roberta in because she's still been doing work. We've seen her get those. What's the term you used? The
Uh,
prep fight.
yeah. Okay. Oh, you talking about a tune-up fight?
Tune-up fight. Thank you. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that in a while, and I heard you using it. But yeah, so let's get
uh,
the tune-up fights out of the way, and like there's so much strategy in the game that has to go with career. And I'm the same as you. I come from like I've been a martial arts fan for such a long time, and I always thought it was just, oh yeah, you throw the best person who's beating everybody else up, and with the other person that's beating everybody else up. But there's so much more detail that goes into the etiquette of arranging a fight, and okay, is it this time? How do you feel about this? Is this the right? Yeah, do they have enough beef? How much social following do they have? Who actually wants this fight to happen? Along with all the physical possibilities of it, but there's always so many statistics to crunch that go along with it.
See, okay, I get that. Now that makes a whole heck of a lot of sense. Now I got to come back with this though. But Scott Coker don't seem to be afraid to sign featherweight fighters and actually make them fight each other. He seems to be like excited about these fights, and he's building that featherweight division very slowly and methodically. I'm just looking at what Scott Coker is doing, and I'm looking at what they're doing. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy has a featherweight division. He's building that division. He got good fighters, like your wife is in that division. She's a good fighter. I mean, you got Julia Budd, you got Blenko. I mean, you got what's the other girl name? Oh, I forgot her name. Okay, I'm not looking at my featherweight list right now. Okay.
Talita Nogueira.
Yeah. Nogueira. She just fought for the title against Bud. You got solid featherweights, and I'm like, okay, so he's not afraid. So I don't know. Maybe and I've been saying this for a long time. I think in 1 or 2 years, I think Scott Coker, he's going to be the king of the featherweight division, and all the best featherweights are going to be in his fighting organization. That's what I think.
I got you. I mean, hey, it's a possibility. It's all about where they're wanting to market it. I mean, I can't claim to know anything about what Dana and the UFC are planning to do with their marketing plan or anything like that. But I mean, I can't imagine that they're gonna steer away from that business revenue. I'm sure they've got plenty of charts and, like I said, statistics that are crunching numbers. How much do these fights actually gain? Like, what was it? When Amanda Nunes fought for the title, who did she fight against? And it was like one of the lowest sales revenues in
Yeah, she fought
quite a
against
long time.
she fought against Rocky Pennington. 85,000 pay-per-view buys. Did nothing.
Right. Right, and then but she's not a bad fighter. She's a good fighter. She went up against is it Shevchenko, who's she's an excellent Muay Thai fighter, and she's about to go up for the belt again. Like
But see, when she fought Shevchenko, they did good numbers. See, now this is the thing too. Now part of what you say, I do gotta agree with you. Okay, some of that's on the fighter. Okay, I just think Amanda has done a good job of alienating the Brazilian people. That's my personal opinion. I think she's done a great job of alienating that fan base. Where Chris Cyborg and other Brazilian fighters, they've not done a good. They've done a great job of actually keeping their Brazilian fans close to home. See that's me. And I follow it, and I kind of see how, like there are empty seats. Like Amanda's a great fighter, okay, but they're empty seats when she's in Brazil. Now, guess what? Those seats are going to be filled when she fights Chris Cyborg. Oh, it's going to be a packed house, because guess what? The Brazilian fans, they want to see Amanda lose and get beat up by Chris Cyborg.
Oh, and hold on, I was going to say, are there talks about that fight happening?
Yes.
That fight's happening in December.
Yeah, in
Nice.
December.
Okay.
So
Hell
now,
yeah.
So,
I
hey
want to.
Sharon, I listen about you, like that is true because I think one of the reason the UFC no put a more featherweights in the UFC. I think because I listen about Cyborg is gonna make that fight against Amanda Nunes and she will be tired.
Yeah,
Ela vai se aposentar.
Retired.
yeah,
Retire.
retired. Yeah.
She will retire. Yep.
Oh, since I keep
Well, that,
So for this, I think the featherweight is not growing too much in the UFC. I don't know if for this reason they think about putting more the 135 better weight more. I don't know in the tough.
yeah, yeah. God bless them.
I don't know.
God bless them. God bless them. If they would actually take a chance on you guys will be stars, and y'all will make a lot of money because, I don't know. Okay, I just feel like, man, they just can't see it. They can't see
Yeah.
it. Now, what are your thoughts about Megan Anderson? She's a featherweight in the UFC. I mean,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts about her and her future? And like, how would you match up against Megan Anderson?
Yeah, I don't know. She asking for fight all the time in her Instagram, her Twitter. I saw she asking for fight.
Yeah,
Who's on the fight with me? But like I don't know if they gonna put a that would be good fight. Anderson versus Chris Cyborg, and yeah, Holly Holmes says she wants to fight again with Chris Cyborg again. We'll see. I'm just waiting about. I don't know the
yeah.
future. But in Bellator, they like really put a lot good featherweights. They like have a lot.
That's right. They got you. They
Yeah,
got you. You a good featherweight. You a
yeah,
good featherweight. I mean, your only loss is to another top featherweight that you've
yeah,
been calling out that you want to fight her again. I like it.
yeah. And me and Talita Nogueira,
Yeah,
me and her fight the jiu-jitsu one time in Brazil.
I saw that match. I saw that match. I saw. I swear.
Yeah.
I swear I saw it.
So one time she wants about one vantagem, uma vantagem,
by an advantage.
by an advantage point.
Yeah.
Another time we both like not make any points, so they choose her just because she is more. I know, like she try attacking more or something like that. But she uses the rules, like. And when I fight with her one time, I'm a purple belt
Uh,
and she's a black belt. One time, and me and her the same thing. I'm fighting with ADCC trial in Brazil.
uh,
So we both fight, and I'm a purple belt that time, and we don't make any points in each other, and they choose her again.
wow. Wow. They
Yeah,
just.
so me, I have her right here, and I want so much to fight with her MMA.
Yeah.
So I think it's that was good fight for me, and and I'm excited. I won that fight for me.
Well, hey, look.
And
Hey.
they both already lost for the champion, so I think it's a good fight. Like just
Well,
we'll see.
if you want to lead the Noguera, then it's time to. Hey, you got to start calling out. You got to get on her neck. Say,
Yeah,
look, I want to fight you. Let's do this, okay? What are
yeah,
you waiting on? Toledo, you might be watching this video. Hey,
yeah.
fight
Talita, if you watch this video, I wanna fight with you.
her. Call out.
I'll be like I'm waiting for that moment. I already told you about, so let's do that.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? Let me ask you. What do you think? What do you think about her strategy when she fought Julia Budd? Like, did you see that fight?
Yeah, I saw that fight. I think she like have a little bit maybe anxious or something. I know she don't fight like that usually. She know, and her game is like put her down and submission. That's her game because she's a black belt. But she wait for like let Julia Budge have too much space and control in the strike,
Hmm.
and not put her down, not try any takedowns, like and Julia Budge has all the control, and Julia Budge take down her the last minute and guard and pound her, and
Okay.
Talita don't do nothing in the ground, so that surprised me.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. Toledo was trying to stand. She was trying to stand. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what on God's
exactly.
green earth was she doing? She good. She's got good BJJ skills. She didn't try.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
let Julia Budd do what she wanted to do.
yeah.
Okay, well, hey,
If me fight with Julia and like if me is Talita, I just think about, okay, my stand up doesn't work. I need to put her down. I need to put her take down, and
and see, you've already figured that out, and that's why you so
yeah,
ready.
need to change the strategy at the same time. Need to be fast. Like, okay, I need to change the strategy.
Yeah, so you've already got it in your mind how you gonna win this fight the second time, because you guys are gonna. I believe you guys are gonna fight again. I believe it that you guys are gonna go head to head again. You've
Oh,
already got it
that's
in
my
your mind.
dream. Yep.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with you, and everybody here in the live stream. Okay, she's a mom and she got a newborn. I'm not gonna keep her too much longer, guys. If you have a question, you better go ahead. Oh, okay. Here's a question. Okay. All right, Roberta, would you consider signing with the PFL for the 2019 tournament if the opportunity exists?
I consider like right now after my first fight, like I wanna be make my first fight. I consider like a good fight for me. Doesn't matter if it's a big tournament or no, like Bellator or PFL. Like I don't care. I just want a good fight, and I show everybody I'm go back. I'm ready, and I can be the champ.
Okay. Okay. She said, hey, she said she don't care. She just want to
Yeah.
get it. She want to get a big fight.
Yep.
Okay. Last two questions, guys. Okay, I'm gonna get this one. Okay. All right. Okay, Roberta. Uh, did you have a multi fight Bellator contract? It's a good question.
I have a Bellator contract, and I have three more fights.
She got three more fights, y'all. We gonna see
Yeah.
that. We're gonna see that rematch, y'all. I know we gonna see that rematch. God, hot diggity dog, boy. You know what? If it's close by, I might have to get my ticket for that fight. I might have to get my ticket and watch that fight live. Yeah, I might have to do it. Okay. All right. Last question, guys. Okay, we don't keep it too much longer. This is it. Okay. Would you consider fighting King Reina at Ryzen?
Yeah, I consider it. I will love it. I watch her fight, and I'm ready. I just want a big fights for me.
Já considerando, né?
Yeah, I'm already considered that.
See,
Consider it.
Evan said he considered it too. Okay, so God, they both consider this. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Now, my last question. My last question for you,
Yep.
and then I got to get you shout everybody out. Okay, and this is for you and Evan at the same time. Okay,
Okay.
what would your game plan be to defeat Chris Cyborg when the opportunity presents itself?
My game fee is I want to start with her stand up. I wanna start just run, try take down her. But I wanna wait for the exactly moment when she throw her bombs, like come like straight and she's aggressive. That's the time I wanna wait for the perfect moment I can shoot her and put her down.
Wow.
And working my guardian palm and working my submission, everything.
Hey, and shout out to Cyborg because she's been doing her thing for quite some time now, dominating, and just respect. But you could see when she just fought Holly Holmes that there was a huge difference in power, but not so much in technique, because Holly was snapping some solid shots that if she had that extra weight, that extra power behind that shot, think about the difference between Darren Till and Stephen Thompson.
Yeah.
When those two throw shots, Stephen will throw and he'll smack you 1,500 times, but Till will land one and he'll sit you down, And so that I see the same difference between Cyborg and Holly, where Holly, she throws this nice, crisp, technical shot. The patented Holly shout there.
Yeah, you announce your shots and your opponents know they're coming. Yeah.
Right. But she lands with them because she's quick, but it's that whole difference. Like I think for Birdie specifically, I would love to see her have that same tech. Like I would love to see her do what Teal's doing with Woodley right now. Whereas, it's not the same as striker versus champion again, because Teal's got that different sense of power. I want to see her with that same technique that Holly brought to the table, you know, doing all the bobbing, whipping, popping, sticking, but with a little bit of extra punch. So Cyborg has to like reevaluate, like, oh, I got to take some time. Then when she fires that shot, she can work on, you know, she can get this smooth takedowns in and all that. Just a very smooth game. You have to be have to be 100% on point when you go up against, because like I said, props to her, she's doing work, but you have to be 100% on point and just no holes in your game, you know?
Yeah, I felt like Chris just boxed the crap out of Holly and just she boxed in the octagon and just, man. I mean, did you see her eye after the fight was pretty bad, man. I was like, wow, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and look, you watch when Holly, like, she did those she was using her motion real well and timing. Oh, take out the hubby. She was using her motion and her timing real well. She sat back. Yeah, it's about that time here in the Samad household, you know.
Yes, sir.
Getting a little tired. But she was changing her motion, changing the momentum, and catching Chris by surprise. But Chris would throw that one big hammer over the top. It didn't matter that Holly stuck her because she's getting rocked and Cyborg can walk through it. You know,
had to back up. Well, guys, Evan, Roberta, I've completely, thoroughly enjoyed this whole. I've enjoyed this, man. This has been fun, and I've been excited the whole day, knowing that I was going to get to talk to Roberta Samad, and then it was a treat that you were here. Then I got to talk to you. So, you know, man, I appreciate you too, guys. And then, you know, I appreciate what you guys are doing, how hard you working yourself in your own fights, and the support that you're giving your wife. So, guys, you guys have any shout-outs that you want to give?
Hey, right off the bat, Israel?
Yeah, Israel.
Israel Gomez with Killer Bees.
My gym, my partner, my coach is Israel Gomez. My coach is Scott Wegman, Drive MMA.
Yep.
That's all my gym, my house. They all help me. My partners, you know.
Big family vibe there. Rob Radford.
Rob Radford. He shouted you out personally, Rob. You better be thanking this guy. Okay. All right. So this video, it'll be available to you in about like 5 minutes, and then just, hey man, just post it. You know, post it wherever you can. I'm gonna post it.
Nice.
Right on.
Thank you so much, Shadow.
Thank
you.
We
appreciate it.
And guys, good night. And guys, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. I'm done.
Good night, guys.
Subscribe to the Best Women's MMA platform on YouTube. All right, guys. Good night, y'all.
I hope you guys see me soon.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, well, we're gonna see you soon, and when we see you, hey, we definitely like to have both of y'all back. You know, it'll be a bit. I ask you about the fight. It'll be about maybe 10, between 10 and 20 minutes, because I really wanted you to just get to know y'all. And man, this is amazing, and you guys are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Hey, we appreciate your time, Sheldon.
You're welcome, man. I appreciate